Start recording now. Okay, let's restart the stream. Okay, so welcome to the stream. I'm doing a celebration stream because we recently hit 30 subscribers. Yay, on YouTube. And so I'm just going to do a bunch of random stuff for like, I don't know how long. But first, I'm going to be doing a tier list of all Risk of Rain 2 survivors. And again, sorry for the background noise. Okay. Let's start. Where do I put you? No hesitation. She is the absolute worst character in the game. Him, 50-50. I would have put him here a couple, like when I first got the game, but he has some good combos, Never played as them, so I'll leave them in undecided. Engineer's an A and an S. One of my favorite characters. And I'll put you back in C. So, I'm gonna move Rex. He's my favorite character of all time. One second. One second. Rex. There we go. Next is the Railgunner. A, because they're better multiplayer. They're not really good solo play. They're good, but they're not as fun. S. Second favorite character. The loader has actually grown on me. I'll put them in A. I like the captain a lot, actually. This guy's in B because he's pretty meh. I like him, but he's not my favorite. I'll put the Huntress in B because they don't. Okay. Next is. I'll put him in A. No. S. I'll move him down. The 9. He's broken. His sword combos. But this guy's sword combos, the combos you can get is just the greatest. Okay. Now I'll explain my decision in depth. Rex is just my favorite character with the risk he has because all your abilities, well, most of them, take damage. You hurt yourself. But they also heal you. So you have to be careful. I don't want to hurt myself too much. But you can pull it off if you learn how to play as him. The engineer, his turrets are like, if you have him and you have what items? The band roller, I think, or the barbed wire, and the fungus. His turrets are the most broken thing in the game. The Commando is just like the best all around. He has some pretty good abilities with his pretty fast guns and accurate. The Bandit's just the best. He just turns invisible and runs around, stabbing people in the back. Like I said before, he's really fun because even though he only has a sword, he runs around and like just does a bunch of combos and stuff. Like I said, this would be an S, but they aren't the most fun if you're playing solo and not multiplayer, and they're a little bit harder. The loader's grown on me, but the reason I put them in A is because they're also a melee person, and I like the mercenary more as a melee, so I put the mercenary in S and the loader in A. The captain is pretty. He's good. That's why he's so high up. But I used to play as him a lot. But like the other ones are a little bit more fun in my opinion. And so yeah. Yo. Hello. And on the B list we have Void Fiend. The problem with him, it would have been hard, but you have to be careful of the damage you're taking and how much you're healing, and it just gets confusing and distracting sometimes. And so yeah, the Huntress is just middle. I feel like basically have aimbot on console though. She's better to start with than Commando because on the console it's harder to aim. This guy, bro. It's easier to aim, but because literal aimbot. But with PC, Commando all the way. He's way more powerful. Like I said, this person would be here, but the reason they're in C is because I've gotten some abilities for them, and they have, if you can get speed items that increase your speed, you're able to combo his gun. He has this sniper type gun, because he switches between guns a lot. He has two different guns, and if you have the two of the same, you can just keep switching and shooting that, and it destroys everything. I just put him here because actually here. He's a dog. That's literally what he is. He has bite and scratch. Those are his abilities, and jump. So he's just not that, in my opinion, not that fun to play. And the Artificer is just the Artificer. I've never played as them, so I can't really say, so that's why I left them in undecided. So now, we go back. Let's choose another discovery one. What to do. I think that's every item in the game. Oh, let's do it. Wow, the screen just looked white. There we go. There. I believe that's every item in the game. There's less than I thought there would be. Without further ado, let's start with the... Let me just order this. They have gray items all the way down here. First item. I'm gonna rename them. Okay. Right away. High, or I have no idea if that's spelled right. Goodbye. Goodbye. Meh. Cool. And no. And then burn. Okay. Pick up right away. The speed is so important in this game. These two items are like, you need them to survive. Like, if you want to do good and actually put out some damage and kill a lot of people, you want these. This, for me, it's high priority, it's good, but I'm not going to keep going for it. Like, mine. It's pretty good though, it's pretty up there. This, right away. Okay, before I specify something, I'm playing this, I'm ranking this as if I'm playing as all the other characters, well, most of them, the general, like Commando, and just the general use for all people. So, like, this is going to be, here, 1 second, add row below, just here. That's for him. He gets that. You don't want to pick that up with anybody else. It is the worst. Besides Vince and Mir, it's one of the worst items in the game. Sure, it gives healing, but in this game, you don't want to stand still. There's monsters coming out of you, and you have to wait 2 seconds to start healing, so it gets really annoying if you keep getting knocked out, so it's not worth the pickup. This, yes. These three, this is the best trio. Because this kills enemies, this keeps you away from enemies, this heals you if you kill a lot of enemies with enough, because they drop health bars. And then the crit, oof, crit. Actually, this is high priority, and I'll mention why near the end. The crowbar is a middle for me. Sure, it's a good weapon, good item. I just don't pick it up that lot. I feel like there's better items. This, I'll give it high priority. High priority. This is in the middle because it's good. It's not the best. There's ones that I like better. What should I choose? Choices. I'll leave it at high priority. This one, and no. It's good, but you have to level up and stuff, and it's not really worth it. This, honestly, pick up right away, because these two also go together, because if you're able to run away fast enough, this heals you when you're away from danger. Okay, good. I'm not playing a game. I'm ranking. This is for Risk of Rain 2, if you're wondering. It's the items, if you're wondering. And so it's because this, you get a buff if you level up, like in a certain area. The problem is, if you level up in the wrong place, then it's basically useless. Ah. Shield generator is a good buy. Good buy. It's not the best, but it's free shield. This is a meh. Good healing, but and other people say, it's Risk of Rain 2. Do you not have your audio on? So I'll type in the chat then. RR2. There you go. That should tell you. Okay. Gasoline. Honestly, it's a good buy. A good buy. It helps burn it, but it's not like that. Stun, burn it. I never use it. I don't pick it up. It's not worth it. This is for me. Nope. It's just, it's good, but like you have to be opening a lot of stuff. The sprint juice, I'll do a good buy, because that gives you the extra speed, but only when you sprint. Oh, sorry, I'll explain it. Good buy, because it gives you the good speed, but you have to be sprinting, and this one just gives you speed all around, so yeah. Next, the magazine. This thing's broken on some characters, because if you have a good secondary, you want to be picking this up every single time. Because if you hit like 15 of those, you're just killing everything. This is the same thing as a stun. It just is a bomb that sticks to enemies. It's not really that powerful, and it's not really that worth it to pick up. This is goodbye. It's pretty good. You get another item, so it's like a randomized, a random thing. So yeah, it's a good choice. This item is just broken on some characters. I might maybe after. Because like if they have a fast gun, like I'll give you an example. If you have the adrenaline shot with, let's say, Rex, which has like he shoots in threes, but if you get enough, he just constantly shoots. You can have it like that. With this, you just shred the bosses. They don't stand a chance. The Topaz Brooch is high priority because it's like the shield generator, but better. Because it gives you shield if you kill. And if you kill a bunch of people, then you get a lot of shield. This, pick up right away. This thing is really good. It increases your damage in a certain area, so if there's lots of fastings coming right next to you, you're able to shred through them. This one's a meh. Gives you 25% health, doesn't really do anything other than that. This, and no, it's not really worth it in my opinion. It just gives you a small shield. Not shield, like defense. Blood damage, against blood damage. This thing's broken. Even though it breaks, if you get to 25% health, it just makes you so strong. This one, burn it. Honestly, yes, the money's good, but like you have to get hurt for it, so it's not really worth it. The Opal is around about the same as the Topaz Brooch. This is really good because it instantly heals you, and with this is higher priority, and so yeah, it's just really good. This one is basically this and this put into this. Literally, it's the same thing. Okay, so that's it for gray items. ATG. Broken. This thing is broken. Mm, honestly, don't pick it up that much, so I'll put it on high priority. It's pretty good, but I don't really pick it up that much. You just blow stuff up. What's worse? What's better than that? You blow stuff up. Put that on a teacher. I'm gonna put that on a teacher. No, I probably should. Probably should. Double jump, high priority. It's not really that useful early game. Good, you get to places, but you want to really focus on speed and not double jump. Ukulele's broken. You can just get rid of lots of enemies that are together. This is also really good if you have that, because with the extra speed, you're going to be keep getting life. There are leech sheets, so the more damage you do, the healing you do. Honestly, goodbye. It's pretty good. It's not what I mainly go for, but like, yeah, if I get it, I'm not complaining. Right away, burn it. And I'll do an no. I just don't really like it. It's not really important in my opinion. It just helps you a little faster if you get hit or something. Stealth. This thing has saved my life so many times. It's not even funny. Harvester Scythe, pretty good. I really like it. Has pretty good buff. Let me just check something. Check something. Yeah, it literally just heals you, which is pretty good. Iron Blast and Nano. Don't really use it hardly ever. But I usually don't pick it up, but what's next? Fusion. Fusion is really good. Gives you that HP bonus. Really good. And burn it. No, I'll do meh. It's pretty meh. This is just for engineer. Mainly for engineer. That's what I use it to. This one, burn it. Never use it. Makes you go berserk. This one, meh. Honestly, it's not the best. It's just like an extra. It's basically a topaz. On no argument. These things just wreck enemies. No, it's not important. High priority, like I said, don't. It's pretty good movement, but these are just way better. Guillotine shreds through the stronger enemies. Won it all the time. Honestly, no, never use it. It does come. Actually, I'll move it to goodbye, because it does come in handy sometimes. Warhorn, I'll do man. Never really pick it up. High priority gives me a lot of cash to buy all this. Squid Polia, burn it. You can buy way better ones and those just die right away. Honestly, burn it. You're going to have to get a lot of effect things to even use this. So it's just not worth it in the long run. RPG, what can I say? These are the good items now. Most of them are going to be good. Medium. This thing's broken. If you kill a bunch of guys, it just kills everything else. This thing honestly is a meh. It's not the best in my opinion, but it could be better. High priority, really good. It spawns ghosts, but that still there's that chance that it won't. No fall damage is like the best thing in this game, and that super high jump slam. I'll put it in there. It's not really what I go for. Tesla coil just shreds through enemies. Shreds. They don't stand a chance. That lightning just keeps things away from you. It's amazing. Honestly, increases your luck. I'll put it in high goodbye because, like, no, high priority. because it increases your luck, but like, how much are you gonna be using that? Yes, just brings people towards you. It's in Overwatch 2. Someone said that in the chat. You know, Roadhog. This is basically his item. Alien head. Mm, mm, I don't know. I'll put it in high priority. I do not know. Where should I put that? Let me think it real quick. Hmm. Let me think. Hmm. Let It's pretty good, but like, am I going for it? That's the thing. That's the thing. Sure, it reduces the skill cooldown, but like, I'll leave it in goodbye. Now, what's next? Which one is this? I totally forgot. Just, it was cool. Let me look real quick. Can't remember the name of this. What's the name? Oh, okay. So all I know, it's basically sort of like um, the alien head, but a little worse in my opinion. So I'll put it in. Now, what is next? The booster. The booster. Oh, I love this thing. Makes you go faster. It's like that one meme. Literally makes your speed thing immediate buy. It's so fun to use. Yes, that extra life can change your game. If you're just playing, you die, and you're like, oh no. And then you die, but then you forget you have it and come back. One of the best feelings ever. Now, the vulture head is broken. Getting all those powerful abilities by just killing them is broken. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. You can get way better ones. Health. I'll put it here. Health. Because of health. Literal shield, so I'll put it in goodbye. It's a goodbye. Shattering Justice, eh? It's just basically, I'll put it in. Nah. It's okay for me. It's okay for me. Something disc, if I remember the name. Something disc. Basically, it shoots itself for damage. I'll put it high priority. It's pretty good damage. Interstellar Death Plant, if I remember correctly. If I remember correctly, that is what it's called. It gives pretty good health, but I'll put it only in high priority because there's other better ones. Defensive microblasts are broken because they just shoot the literal, shoot the projectile. So it's like bye-bye projectiles. Next, what do we have? Boss items. Okay, this is going to get interesting. This is the one that you get from the big stone dude, right? From the Titanic Neural, I believe. Pretty good base game at the very beginning, so I'll put a high priority. Pretty good, comes in handy at the beginning. This I like. Seeds. Put these seeds. Basically, this one spawns small beetle guards for you, which really come in handy with big groups of enemies. You have that extra help. Any help you can get in this game, take it. Now the Titanic Neural. No, that's not that. I just did that. It's the I can't remember the name of it. The I can't remember. Something seed. Spawns a giant thing to help you in the boss fight. Give it to me. This thing when you're sprinting, it spawns little fireballs to attack your enemies, which is really good because you're sprinting every single time in this game. Literally every single second. If you're not, I don't know what you're doing. Basically, I'll put this in goodbye. Basically, just boost certain stats. Pretty good, pretty good. This basically shoots fire if I remember correctly. Yeah, shoots fire. I'll put it in high priority. Now, what is next? Oh, sorry, there's more blue items and yellow items coming out, but you have to wait. Let's download the items back up. Just noticed this, sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna remove it. There's and where which one? This one basically makes bleeding yeah, high priority. I'll give it a mid because it's not my favorite. This one, the lifesteal is just broken straight up to the top. You just lifesteal everything. Yes, because when you're on low health, it wrecks all the enemies. This is basically the same thing, but a little bit better, so it's pretty good, pretty good. This, I don't know if I like this one. I'll give it a N. It's not really worth it in my opinion. Same thing, great help, just not as good as these ones up here. Okay, quickly back to the green things. Shurikens, yes. If you don't have these, you're doing something wrong. Harpoon, and not really. It's not. The other speed items are way better. Like, shall I say it again? This one. This is broken because you basically get every green item you want. Well, you can. This, burn it, and meh. Getting a free item's pretty good. But it's not the best. And so yeah. Okay, lunar items. Ooh, this is going to get interesting. Let's start with the basic one. Burn it unless you want to get to the end thing. Not really worth it. Not that I'm thinking about their utility, so no. Brittle crown. Basically, you get gold, but you take more damage, and not really worth it. Burn it to the ground. Yes, this thing is so fun to use. You lose so much health, but you do so much damage. It's so fun. This one, honestly, burn it. Just turns all your health into shield. It's really annoying, honestly. Honestly, burn it. Just gives you health. Not worth it, in my opinion. Most of these are going down. Just reduces equipment cooldown, but it forces you to activate this. Not worth it with some of them. It's not worth it. These, I'll put them in meh. Because these change your abilities to new stuff. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So yeah, you have to be careful with those. Because you can get really unlucky. Like I did once. This is pretty good. I'll put it in goodbye. I like it. Makes the teleport zone smaller, but it makes it charge faster, which is nice. Now, which one's this? Can't remember this one. Yeah, I can't remember. Can't remember this one, so couldn't burn it. Probably isn't that good. Anyway. Next is the bottle, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no. But it's not as worth. Burn it, helps your enemies know, burn it. Burn it. Burn it. Burn it. Burn it. I don't know why I'm burning them. I just don't like them. Okay. Yeah, orange items. Okay. Hey, you're supposed to be here. Why is there more blue? Yeah. Here you go. I'll just burn them all for you guys. This is for you guys if anybody asks. This actually, I'll put it in a good buy. It's a good buy, pretty good. Not the best, but it's pretty good. Next is the orange items. Rocket launcher. Good buy. High priority. How do you think of it high priority? The fruit. This healing is a good buy. It's a good buy. Not as best as some other healing. This box is really good. It spawns a black hole if I remember correctly. Let me just quickly check so I don't miss anything. Yeah, it's a black hole. I'll give it a pretty good buy. This one, burn it. Increases your crit, I believe. Not the best. Yes. Spawning 2 giant drones with Gatling guns is the best feeling in the world. This thing against bosses one-shots the beginning bosses. It's broken. Flight, it's a good buy. It's a good buy. This lightning strike is broken, so I'll put it on high priority. I'm not going for it every time. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Crowdfunder, burn it. You use your money to shoot. It's not worth it. Probably burn it. Not the best. Actually, I'll give this a meh because you find items but like taking that spot. Burn it. The flight is just so much better, honestly. Burn it. Get rid of I'm moving it up to meh just for one reason. This item basically can one-shot many weaker enemies. Mini U, because it gives an effect called collapse. This can get rid of collapse immediately. So yeah, that's the only reason. Volcanic egg, burn it. Not worth it. A tiny explosion, not worth it. This one is meh. Sure, you get that shield, but not for enough time. This one's going straight to the top. Throwing giant saw blades is the same thing. That's just fun. Reprinting stuff is really good, so I'll put it on high priority. This, burn it. The leech isn't worth it. Probably burn it. Don't like it, burn it. I'm just burning stuff. And no, not really. That heal's good, but it's still an and no. This one, it's a meh because I like the goo guy. The only reason. Only reason? Stores. You can buy every item in the store, and that's just broken. Molotov and burn it. There's way better versions of that. This thing is broken. Broken. Straight to the top. Why is there more? Honestly, I'm gonna add another row. 1 second. 1 second. It's worse than burn it. I'm gonna move a few things down there. That. 1 second. Okay. So I'm gonna actually make another area. I throw it down below. Not item. Not item. Not bot item. Not item. So these are not really items. Sure, they're good, but like they're not really items, so that's why they're there. Honestly, burn it. It's not worth it. I don't like it at all. What's that one? Let's check so I don't. Just quickly check. Oh yeah. The critical strike buff. Yes, really good. Box of robots. No, not. I'll give it an A because robots. Ben's coat. Yes. Yes. Give it to me now. Wow, look at the tier list. Rocket launcher. Goodbye. I like it, but it's not my favorite. This thing destroys bad guys. Pick up right away. Now this is where the fun part happens. Void items. This thing. Okay. I'll give this a goodbye. Pretty good. Don't really go for it because it's pretty. Here, I'll move that to high priority because I like it's what it does. This thing broken. No joke. That thing kills enemies. And like I said, the collapse. Yes. Yes. Number one. And I was going to tell you why this thing get up here. Because this thing exists. It's this, but better. It has the chance to one-shot enemies. So if you get like a 20 of them, you're one-shotting everything as a commando. No joke. This thing, best item they ever added. Takes place of the standstill healing on just here. Basically, when you're running and sprinting, it heals you. So, yeah. Yes. Honestly, goodbye. I'll give it high priority. Gives you free void item. What's not to like? Ukulele blows up enemies. Not literally, but it's so powerful. Honestly, I like the other version better. That's why it's a meh. I'll actually give it an ant. No, not my favorite. Same thing for this. For the original better. Same. They're still good. That's why I'm not burn it. But honestly, I'll give this same as ATG. It's high priority. It's pretty good. We don't talk about that. It's this, but worse. No. Same thing as the. Same thing. Where's the red clover? High priority. Wait, no. This is the one that switches your guns. I don't like it. Burn it. Yes. Turns all your items that you don't have void into void. Pick up right away. And it's an extra life. This spawns helpers. And like I said, any helper is a good helper. So it's getting late where I'm at. So I don't think I'm going to do the Overwatch stream today, the Overwatch tier list video, but I'm going to. I'm writing that down. That suggestion. Sorry, but yeah, it's been a really long time, and I just want to say I'm gonna make my own separate. The lag kind of destroyed the mood of the celebration, so I'm gonna make a celebration video, like talking more about it and doing just talking. And so yeah. I just want to quickly say, go over the tier list. It's the tier list if anybody's wondering. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a great time. I just got back into streaming and recording videos. So just thank you for tuning in to my first stream back. And I can't wait to start recording more. And thank you for tuning in.